Yeah, no, you gotta like move it over a little bit.
You need to move it?
It
We're
got
live.
moved. We're live, and we're here.
And we're mostly in the picture.
Yeah, we got
We got sound.
over.
How live are
over,
we?
over.
Huh?
That should be good. If not, I'll get up and move it so that we can make sure you're in the picture.
I think we're good there.
So good morning, everyone.
What's your vector, Victor?
Wow, it's been a little while.
Billy, do you like movies about gladiators?
Oh my gosh.
Ever seen a grown man naked? Off to a good start. 10 out of 10.
What's your vector, Victor? You have Clarence. Roger.
Huh?
In case you can't tell, this morning we are a little bit
Late
and a little bit punchy.
Oh yeah.
And we are live.
We are live.
Ha!
That's all that matters. And we have sound.
We have sound and we have everything. It's almost like we know what we're doing, but
Okay.
not.
It's like, okay, we have picture, we have sound, we're live. What's gonna go wrong?
Close enough.
Where are we gonna what's gonna happen? Something's gonna happen.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, bro. Till I live my life. Don't worry about it till it happens.
All right. This is like I every time it's like when you have a guitar sitting in your lap, you can't just sit there and not do something. It just drive my wife crazy during rehearsals sometimes at church because somebody be talking, I'm just sitting there. She's like, "Will you be quiet?" I'm like, just you can't not do anything.
Smart ass. And that actually gave me enough time to get our links sent out to all the sites.
Cool.
All the socials.
Oh, good. The socials, man.
We're on all the socials.
All the socials, man.
Yeah.
All the socials, eh?
We can do it all in one night because we got magic dust.
Yeah, that's what you call it.
A little more for Santa Claus. For the reindeer, a little bit more for Santa Claus.
So this is gonna be our day. Cool.
I'm punch drunk this morning. I'm just like, I did not sleep well last night.
I didn't either. I probably not for the same reasons.
State of being.
Yeah. You are on number 2. I gotta bring you up because you're not.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, you need to be. There we go.
Check.
Okay. Awesome. So, of course, BJ Ramirez.
I'm BJ Ramirez. He's Randy Lynch. We're joined by Truman Provencio.
And
but
we're not just here as just a bunch of guys.
We're not. Because together we are.
Wait a minute. That's a different thing.
Don't do that.
That's the Three Amigos. We're not the Three Amigos.
I mean, we are, but no. Oh.
BJ's gonna.
I'll let you announce it.
Yeah.
We are the LowBoune band.
Yeah. We got together and this was Randy's idea. Got together and decided to do some music together, and we're gonna start. It's Irish.
Mm-hmm.
And we are actually making our first appearance as a group.
Yeah.
Friday night, 6 to 9 at Picacho Peak Brewery. It is not going to be like 3 hours of Irish music because
no, it's going to be
we
5.
can't do that.
I'm
5
not,
hours.
I'm
right.
not that Irish.
Yeah, we're not that, you know, and we're going to be doing some, but we're also going to be having, you know, we all have set lists that are 3 hours long.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're just going to pick and choose, and we have a lot of Irish songs, but we're going to
Mhm.
throw in some of the stuff that we do individually, but yet we're going to do those songs as a group.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, if I can't follow you, I'm not gonna try. But it's just gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a really good time. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Because it's something that you've been talking about for at least a couple of years.
Yeah.
Since back in
Well, it was yeah. So I have flashbacks. Yeah. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
You want to give yourself some more volume there?
I'm trying to get. There we go.
There.
It helps if I find the right direction. Yeah. So it's been a whole thing. It started out as just my fantasy for years, even before I could play anything. Wouldn't it be cool? And you know, I would hang out with you know, I didn't know the music scene out here except for a couple of artists, and one of them was a band called the Hooligans. Local Irish band. They'd come out every March. They'd be here for 1 month and then gone.
disappear.
They'd only play in March, which I was like, I wish you guys would play more often because I would come out to hear you anytime.
Yeah.
Awesome guys. And yeah, they play the song. I could sit there and sing along with every damn song that they had. It was so cool. And I always thought how cool it would be to, you know, to have something like that going on. And I guess it was you and me, BJ, that we were sitting here just we were shooting the crap about some stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it came up, but I happened to mention it. And your reaction wasn't, oh, that's kind of cool, or well, that's really a stupid idea.
Yeah.
You were like, well, we could do that.
Yeah. All right.
And then
Why
we got
not?
to talking, and we thought, yeah, well, we know a guitarist that
Yeah.
is number one insane, and number two has a tendency to accidentally join bands.
Wonder who that could
It's like give him a chance to join one on purpose.
Yeah.
Hey, I fell into this one almost on purpose.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
one you actually agreed to.
Oh, we recorded you, went and asked you, and
Yeah.
you were just like, oh yeah, let's do that. And both of you had no real concept of Irish
Mhm.
music beyond, you know, probably what you'd seen in a movie or something.
Mhm.
And
Danny Boy, that was the only one.
Flogging all 2 songs for Flogging Molly. That's
Right.
an extension of the Irish songs.
And yeah, we just started messing with stuff, and you guys started kind of devouring it.
Mm.
BJ especially, because I
Yeah.
get messages, hey, I found something, go check this out. I was like,
Yeah, I said,
okay.
"Dude, what would you think of this?" Because I heard it and I was like, "Oh my gosh, wait a minute!" And I thought it would be cool. And you were like, "Yes, that's it. I love it." I was like, "Cool," because
Yeah.
it was fun. It's a really cool song, and
Yeah.
so it's not. And there's a couple of songs we're gonna do where we're not gonna be playing.
Yeah. You have some experience that you haven't gotten to use vocally in
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
Because you've got a magical
Mhm.
performance experience,
yeah, magical and acapella experience. And
Yeah.
it's like,
and nobody uses that much when you're playing, you know, a
yeah.
gig somewhere. But
Yeah.
we found some songs and they work real well. And 2 of them are kind of serious that we're doing a cappella. One of
Yeah.
them is apparently Sherman keeps asking for us to do it when we're practicing,
Which one?
but it's just very tongue in cheek. A song called "The Scotsman."
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Why is that not like the first, middle, and last song? It's like one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
It's just it just snowballed into this really cool thing, and then it also allows us to be individuals because the way we're gonna handle the whole thing, and we're not gonna be like doing everything has to be done together. We have to, we're gonna have our individual moments, and
Yeah.
that way it's a little more fun for us and keeps people. Because I know if after an hour of straight Irish music, people will probably be like, "All right, I'm done." It's like it. There are a lot of there are a lot of great musicians out here, and they play one style, one way. You play all country, however, you play different styles of country. So it is not like, I remember going and seeing a blues band. It was 12-bar blues that all they did was change one time the chords and words.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty much the same riff over and over again, just with different words.
I remember one time they had the open mic over at Amaro. The blues band came out, and they were cool. And at about 30 minutes, Dwight was like, "I'm gonna have to cut them off."
Yeah.
And I go, technically, they've only played one song.
One song.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you get musicians that play a lot of different songs, but they play them I'm sorry, and I'm not
the same way.
They play them the same way. I'm not trying to bash on them. I'm just like, so when I play, I mean, people come. It's like you do a lot of different things.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, you do different styles. Even though it's all country, it's different styles of country. Mm-hmm. And then you mess around with songs that are not country. And you make them country. That's great.
Well,
that. You were like, what the heck is he doing? And he did. You're all over the place. Me, I've had many people tell me, wow, you're like ever all over the place. So I think that's a lot more fun. So when you have three guys that are willing to not just, we got to stick with this style, that's what makes it work with us.
You do different stuff too. Like you do a lot of that alternative. And
I do some alternatives, some 60s, 70s. I do a lot of different things. So it's like I like to stay versatile because I don't want people to get bored.
Yeah, you can't always use the same position. You got to change up your positions. Otherwise, either you get bored or
sometimes it's a D.
Yeah,
or somebody ends up with a concussion from their head hitting the headboard. Wait, what were we talking about?
It's a strong Tuesday, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah. By the way, don't think that we're going to be any more toned down than this.
No.
On Friday.
Unfortunately, it might be a little worse.
Oh yeah.
Unless my grandkids are in. I have all three grandkids in the house right now, so it's like I'm like, there's a couple songs we're gonna have to wait until they leave.
Well, it's not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be a good show for families. We're not gonna be overtly dirty or anything. No. There will be a certain amount of innuendos.
Yeah,
innuendo, bro.
And of course, if we see kids, we will be a little more toned down, but we still will have fun. That's what it's all about. We got to have fun, because if we're not having fun, then you certainly aren't going to like it either.
Yeah. So, and we'll be wearing normal clothes. We're not going to be wearing kilts.
No.
I was voted down on that.
Yes.
You seen the way I play, bro? Kilt's not gonna do anyone justice.
We have a friend that he hasn't been on the show in a while because he's working on a new job. But Trevor from Zia Comics used to come on all the time. And the first time I actually met him, he was wearing a kilt. It was actually when his store had a couple of shoplifters try to run out with stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't see what was going on in time, so I couldn't brace myself. I held the door long enough to slow them down, and they barreled past me. And all of a sudden, here he comes running out of the store with this kilt, and he's just apparently. I think that our track teams need to start wearing kilts, because he was kicking it hard, and those guys made it nowhere.
Yeah, that's good.
But we didn't actually think about the kilt thing. Although it did occur to me, wouldn't that be cool? And I was like, that's going too far.
No.
But we're going to be dressed. I think we're going to be dressed a little bit similar, but you'll be able to tell the difference between us.
I think so.
Because, for more reasons than just the clothes.
Yeah.
And we actually went down. There's some pictures of us that are out.
Yes.
So we had some photo work done, and by a great photographer in town.
Yes, and this did a wonderful, wonderful job.
Yeah.
So let's play something. This is an idea of what we're going to. Now, it's not just Irish music. It's going to be also Irish inspired artists or Irish artists. So they're not necessarily playing Irish music, but it's kind of an homage to all things Irish, just the music, but entertainers that are.
Well, what do you guys want to start with? We should play.
Well, since you got this one up, so let's go ahead.
We can do that. Pride.
Yeah.
I can come home on this one, guys.
Oh yeah.
See, we have two of us that sort of read kind of music, and then one that doesn't.
I'll let you start it because I can't remember how.
Stubbornness.
Go ahead.
This is a song that never ends.
Oh my gosh.
What's the etiquette on kicking someone out of their own house?
Yeah, we kick somebody out of their own band. I've actually done that once.
give me.
I was in a band where the drummer is the one that organized the whole thing, and after a while, we realized the drummer was just could not keep beat. I would say the guitar player is the one that coined it. He says he has a number between 3 and 4 that we don't have.
Right.
So we all basically quit on him.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I lost my headphones by being a smart ass.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
One man come in the name of love. One man come and go. One man come here to justify. One man do the throw. In the name of love. What more in the name of love? In the name of love. What more in the name of love? One man caught on a barbed wire fence. One man hears it. One man washed up on an empty beach. One man betrayed with a kiss. In the name of love. What more in the name of love? In the name of love. What more in the name of love?
I don't remember. Do I have a solo on this one?
I think so.
Yeah.
You can solo
Let
whatever
me
you
know
want.
Early morning, April 4th, sun come out in a tempest sky. Free at last, they took your life. They could not take your pride. In the name of love, what more in the name of love? In the name of love, what more in the name of love?
Oh, you guys are capo though. You gotta relearn the song.
In the name of love, we'll just cover it. What more in the name of love? In the name of love, what more in the name of love?
You guys are mad. I was like, it says A, and I hit A. I was like, it's not A. That's so wrong. And I look over, you guys have capos. I go, oh,
We got capos,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
It's a little early. Still.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're going to be doing, except, you know.
I was all ready to do a cool edge solo. Just... Yeah, the first song's always the roughest.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
what's next, bro?
The Edge is just awesome, though. Although I gotta say, I was talking to BJ before we started. U2 on St. Patrick's Day released their new album.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
It's
saying, yeah.
It's like a double album thing, and
So that did come out, huh?
Yeah.
it's really kind of a boring album.
Oh, no.
What were we just talking about earlier? The whole album basically has
Same
the
thing
same sound.
over and over again. That's
Yeah.
You just gotta do a couple songs different enough to where you're a legend.
Now,
U2.
I did hear a couple that there were some dynamics, and I was like, we could do something with that. So,
eventually there might be a change.
Yeah. Be aware, guys. If you come out and support us, that's going to encourage us to do this more. We're not going to, if we decide, and we're going to talk about this after Friday a little bit.
Oh,
more.
yeah.
If we decide we want to keep doing this as a band, we're still going to be doing our solo stuff, but we'll be maybe looking at having us available as a band. And if people want Irish music year round, that's fine with me.
Yeah,
I'll play this anytime.
That.
And the thing is, even the Irish stuff that we do, we've got kind of a feel that's us, and the other stuff, because it's not all just necessarily Irish.
Right. It's not. I don't know. It's become really easy. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah.
And then learning it was a lot of fun. So I've had a lot of fun with it. So I'm really good. I'm really glad with that. I'm glad we've done this because it's been so much fun.
It's basically just Spanish music
with a different rhythm.
Yes,
it's so similar in so many
accent.
ways. Yeah, and that's just true about music. But it's a weird thing about anything Irish. You can find dynamics in their music that you find in all sorts of other music because basically we had this mass exodus with the Irish coming every which way. There's a big thing with country music up in Canada, their music scene, except they've got about 5 different types of country music depending on the part of the country. And, some is more cowboy stuff, some is more, traditional, some is more modern. And on the East Coast, they have some country music out there. It is very strongly inspired by Irish sounds. Because that's where the Irish people settled when they came out there. So it's in everything. There's a whole section of African music that's got strong Irish overtones in it. So undertones, something tones. Yeah. I
think I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah. I think I lost my train of thought.
Oh yeah.
That's stupid of me. Let's not get caught up in that crap. But I don't know. We got some songs that we're not going to be doing because we're not quite ready.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff is a little more complex. And,
we found that out the hard way.
Yeah, we were struggling with one like crazy when it said, we're going to put that on hold for a little while.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Actually, it was Galway Girl.
Oh yeah, Galway Girl.
Oh yeah, I remember we cut that one.
What have we had that we want to try?
What do you want to try?
Let's do one of your acapella ones.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we haven't practiced one of them, so we'll do the one we have practiced.
Oh.
So let's see. Just There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was a Billy O.T. The wind blew up her bow, dip down, up blow, my bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd bring that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, but the captain's mind was not on greed. But he belonged to the whaleman's creed, he took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack and tight once small. Our boats were lost, there were only 4, and still that whale did go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the line not cut, the whale not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. I did not know that you could hit those notes. I was like, when you first did it, I was like, he said, "Oh, I can hit those low notes." I was like, "Yeah, right." And then he hit them. I was like, "Whoa, I did not know you could do that."
Nobody knows that.
That's a fun song.
It is.
I listened to it. I had to listen to it over and over.
You look like you can hit the notes. I just never heard you do it.
Well, there's not much use for a super bass on most stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless we're doing Elvira, there's really not.
Oh, that's not even low. That's easy. When I first got into doing anything vocal, I was okay. When I was younger, I was marching band.
Yeah.
I played the flute.
Nice.
And I went to a summer camp. It was a Christian summer camp called Inlow, up north of here, around the Albuquerque area. And okay, the only reason I went is I had a crush on this girl that was going.
You went to camp, bro.
So yeah, I took my instrument. I was pretty well done with the whole band thing at that point, but I did it anyway because I had that and I knew that thing. And I had friends that were getting a hold of me and saying, "Hey," says, "why don't you come with us? We're gonna have our vocal lessons." And it was bass vocal lessons. And I started going, and it's like, I can do this. And before that summer was over, I had put my flute away, and it says, "I'm moving," and I went and joined the choir. But there was a real good vocal coach there that taught us some tricks on how to hit super, super low notes, how to actually hit below your range.
Oh, wow.
Just by changing what you do.
Yeah.
So
there's a way to do it. I used to be able to do that, but
one of the really easy tricks is if you're singing oohs, you can get to a certain low note with an ooh, and then all of a sudden you can't hit any lower. If you switch it up and instead of doing an ooh, you do an e, it actually loosens up your vocal cords because of the way that letter is, and you can go a little bit deeper. And I was like, oh, okay. And I started thinking about this stuff, and of course working it. And I thought I was a bass at the time. Turns out I really wasn't a bass. I just kind of forced it on myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't get to use that, but I was like, if we're gonna do this, and yeah, there's another one we're gonna do at the show. Same sort of thing. I was like, if we're gonna do this, I want to hit those low notes.
Yeah.
Because I don't get a chance to ever do that. Can you imagine? Most people would sit there and say, "What are you doing?" But with this, it works.
It's really funny. You always hear stories about guys that leave bands or stray out from bands to do solo stuff because they want to do something that they can't do within the confines of the band.
Right.
It's like we're getting together from our solo gigs to a group thing because we're doing stuff that we can't do on a solo thing.
Oh yeah.
It's like we can't do this kind of stuff solo, so we have to get together as a group to do it. Or backwards.
Definitely ass over tea kettle on that one. Bro. I have no idea.
Well, let me
It
ask.
just hit me. We're doing that. It just hit me with that because he's, I'm getting to do so I just can't do while I'm playing, and he's getting it. That's just.
I never get to play.
That's right. He wants to do that.
percussion.
Well, let me ask you guys, because you've both been playing a lot longer than I have,
Mhm.
in every sense of the term. When you're playing a song and you get to a chorus in your head, are you hearing the other voices behind you?
Yes.
But you know you're not projecting that.
Sad
'cause you
part.
can't.
Oh, there's songs where I can hear all the other instruments that should be playing while I'm playing, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, too bad you're not hearing this.
We started.
It's a problem doing a solo and
Yeah.
hearing the solo from the song in your head
Yeah.
and not be doing that solo. I'm like, this feels nice, but I don't think it's right. But
when I was doing when I started doing Overkill, there's that solo part, and I was
Oh, yeah.
playing the chords, and I thought I really should shorten this because in my head I'm hearing the solo,
Oh yeah.
and all they're hearing is the chords.
just going around.
And then one time I did it with Dwight. I did it at open mic with Dwight and Red.
Dwight's great.
And Dwight just started humming the solo, and I'm like, thank God, now I can actually play this interlude, because it's fun. Yeah. And he started playing it, and I was like, this is cool.
Yeah. You don't always have to play on the instrument,
One time I got up and jammed with Guitar Slim, and I played Overkill, and he told me to keep going, and I kept going on and he played something not even close to but it was his style, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. But it was just kind of funny to finally there's a solo.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of nice to do that when we have him. Yeah, that's why when you said, do I have a solo here? You have a solo anytime you want. We'll just keep playing.
Oh yeah. We were doing that. One of our first practices, we were doing that.
Yeah.
We just basically, he started doing some stuff, and you and I, we just like, okay, so we just started playing the chord progressions.
Yeah.
So let it go.
And just let it keep going. There was one you guys were talking about that he brought up that, oh boy.
Yeah. Yes. Oh God. Yeah.
Because on this, I can actually do something I don't get to do. So
yeah?
I can play percussion. So what? You got that one?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Because I started when I was 7.
Wait,
when I was 6 or 7 years old, my father bought me a drum set, not the toy. All the drums are plastic, and it was a real drum set. My mother to this day does not know where he got it. So he wanted me to play drums because he was a percussionist. He was a conga player. And, but I just kind of lost interest in him. But I did learn enough to where, because if I was going to play percussion, I wanted to play the congas like my dad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can play the percussion, but I tell you what, if he's going to be Richie, I'm going to be, Bob. So.
I expect this from you, Bob, but not you, Richie. So for this one, they say not to practice in front of people, but it's just a camera.
We're throwing this together, so we're figuring why
never
not.
played this one together. So
yeah, but I don't think this is that big of a deal.
Here's the joke: nobody's watching us anyway. So.
And the thing is, is there anybody here has never heard this song?
Oh no!
Come on,
you've heard this song.
I love. This is one of my favorite ones to play because
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll play some Red Hot Chili Peppers or something.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, here's one of my personal favorites, and I start this one, and you see all the older people
everybody.
Go,
oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I actually had an instance where I was playing at Lacombs, and there was this old man sitting with his daughter and her husband, and he just looked annoyed by me. For the longest time, it was just like, then all of a sudden I start playing Neil Young's Old Man. He turned around and watched. I was like, and he actually went like this afterwards. Like, you got sooner or later, you've always got that where you have a song that everybody recognizes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And this is that song.
Yeah, you balance
There
it
are
all
people.
out.
There are people. I know my mother would listen to this and go, I used to dance in the basement to this song with my friends.
By the way, one of the stories I love telling now is you and I played together at Picacho Peak last month. Last month.
That's what.
And the bartender David, really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a smartass. And he does what most people do. I started doing it because it's just fun to screw with him. But he's sitting back. pardon me. He's sitting back there and he yells, "Free bird!" And your response is no.
It's originated. I go, no.
And my response is, I break into Sweet Home Alabama, and he says, "Shit, I gotta go tip them." They played, they played some Skinner.
Skinner. I had learned the solo for Freebird just to pull that off. Somebody yelled it out once at one of my shows, and I just looped it. And then you
See, I've been working on a version of it that's all the chords, but there's some changes you got to make to make it fit right.
Everyone wants to just hear the solo for that one anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. There's a part of that solo, the recording. I remember I was in the car with my wife, and there's a part where you go, it seems to go on forever on that one. And my wife's like, "Is he stuck?" Somebody bumped the needle.
That's sacrilege to make jokes about Van Zandt. Oh. Those guys were the bomb, man.
Go ahead.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. We're all ready. We're gonna follow you as best we can.
All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, no boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, when you're with me, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Want the world to see that you were meant for me. All my life I've been waiting tonight. There'll be no hesitating, no boy.
Oh boy.
No, when you're with me, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Want the world to see that you were meant for me. Stars appear and the shadow is cold. Can't you hear my heart going? Little bit of loving makes everything right. I'm gonna see my baby tonight, so all my love, all my kissing. You don't know what you've been missing, no boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're with me, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Want the world to see that you're meant for me. Chorus, eh? Stars appear and shadow is cold. Can't you hear my heart going? Little bit of loving makes everything right. I'm gonna see my baby tonight, so all my love, all of my kissing. You don't know what you've been missing, no boy. Oh boy, oh, when you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy, want the world to see that. For me, tag. That you were meant for me. I've never got to do the solo for that one, so I was like, I don't know where to go from that.
Yeah.
Cool.
You had to do the chorus, the same progression for the chorus for that?
Yeah. That's a real simple thing. So, by the way, that's the first time we ever played that together. So, how's that for
Yeah,
cool?
but then again,
Cool,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, that's fun. I get to actually do that. My dad would be so proud.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. That's one of my favorites right there.
That's cool.
Okay, next one we need to play is it's a little one by Willie Colon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
My mother actually knew Willie Colon back in New York. Apparently, she goes, "I knew Willie Colon before he was Willie Colon." I said, "You know him in the womb?" What the heck does that mean? She goes, "Apparently, before he made it, he was one of the guys in the neighborhood."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, and if you don't know who he is a Latin jazz musician that you cannot sit still when the man plays.
Oh yeah,
you could not sit still.
If you want a quick crash course on that, there's a movie, Buena Vista Social Club, documentary. But the important thing, it's like watching the Blues Brothers movie. Movie's okay. It's the music that's important.
Yeah, we're on a mission from God, bro.
When I was married, my wife and I both were huge fans of Celia Cruz. Love Celia Cruz,
the queen of salsa.
She was awesome. Azúcar.
face
But,
for radio, but
no, she had a hell of a good story.
She had a voice too.
Yeah, great voice. Her story was amazing. When she was a teenager, she came to America. She didn't know she was coming to America. She thought she was coming to America on tour. Her family and her manager knew the truth. They were putting her on the plane. She was never going to come back to Cuba again.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't know. Her manager told her when she touched down. So yeah, there's a whole telenovela about her. Amazing, from what I could tell. It's really difficult for me to watch. We found it and we're trying to watch it, and both of us were having trouble with it because maybe by now it's been subtitled. It was not subtitled at the time.
Yeah.
And the Spanish was all Cuban Spanish.
Oh yeah.
So it's just different enough from Mexican Spanish that if you know Mexican Spanish, you can feel a little trickle of blood as a blood vessel breaks in your brain. It's just like, I know what that's supposed to mean, but that doesn't make any sense. Obviously, it means something else, and you got to go by context. And it's like, oh god, this hurts.
Joke's on you, I don't speak Spanish. I'll sing a song by it, but I don't.
Most of the girls that I work with speak Spanish, and a lot of the customers that we get speak only Spanish. So they come in and they were talking Spanish the other day, and they were laughing.
You're gonna get a good crash course.
Yeah, they were talking Spanish and they were laughing about something, and I'm like on the other side of the store, and I go, I'm feeling a little left out here. Luckily, one of the customers looks at me and he goes, "Don't worry, I have nothing to worry about here." I'm like, "Thank you."
That's funny.
He goes, "That's okay. You had nothing to worry about it." Okay.
Well, that's okay. I've had the exact opposite. Because when I first met my at the time I was dating her, my wife's family.
Oh yeah.
I met her grandma, who, by the way, came from Mexico with nothing.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there talking, and her grandmother spoke English, but she speaks Spanish, so she go back and forth. And she told this joke as I was getting up to go get a drink or something. And so as she's telling this joke, my back is to her. So, I can't say, oh, she's telling a joke because of the look on her face.
Yeah.
She tells this joke, and I forget what it was, but it was so dirty.
Oh, gosh.
And as soon as she got to the punchline, I almost dropped to the floor because, first of all, it was funny. Secondly, coming out of her, it was doubly funny. And when I started laughing and she realized that I understood what she'd said, she reached over and smacked Sonia and told her, "You didn't tell me he spoke Spanish." She says, "You didn't ask."
I thank you guys for "Oh Boy" though, because every time you're talking about in the chorus hearing the other voices, I always hear, "Oh boy."
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta start doing that. Why do
get that?
We gotta do that.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta do that. I didn't do it. I was like, why am I not? Okay, I gotta make sure I do that.
And the thing is, okay. So I'm older generation.
That's you.
That's me, but it doesn't mean nothing.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't care about lowering America's energy costs. That's more spam. Okay, let me turn that off. A lot of younger people are going to know that song only from one place.
La Bamba.
Yeah, La Bamba. Now, I heard Richie. I grew up on Richie.
Yeah.
His stuff was just awesome. And Buddy Holly and all that crossover stuff. And Buddy Holly was awesome. His version of "Oh Boy" was awesome. But as soon as I saw that movie and I heard Bob back there banging on those drums, doing a crap job on the drums, but he was sort of keeping a beat. Yeah. But every time he'd get to that point, "Oh boy," I was just like, I want to do that one of these days.
Talking about making music and my music. If you haven't seen that movie, go watch that movie. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And what's next, my boys? What do you guys feel?
Just be very careful because the actor playing Richie is a pretty man, and Richie was a chubby Mexican kid from the valley.
Yeah, he was. Because I remember seeing a picture, and I was like, "Wait, that's not the dude on the movie."
No, not even close. But man, he could sing.
17, I don't know. Wasn't he?
Yeah. 17 years old.
17, 3 hits, and.
What do you want to try next?
I don't know. We gotta be careful not to give too much away.
That's fair.
Do you want to play something?
What are some of your
Oh.
that you got?
Mix my medicine. Somebody mix my medicine.
We could do that.
Do that.
It's
We have to do that because that's one I just.
What's it?
Yeah, we have to do that. You'll figure it out. That's why we got him in the band because he doesn't. We don't have to practice. We don't have to practice with him. Just do something while we're playing.
It doesn't matter. He knows this one anyway.
Oh, he does.
He knows this one. By the way, it's fun when his girlfriend is around.
Oh,
because
yeah.
she sings
Goes out
this one.
to my lovely lady.
Yeah, that's one I'm requesting that we do that.
I think I kind of endeared myself to Alondra. That we were sitting over here. We'd gone to go to an open mic, and there was no open mic. It got canceled.
Oh,
and I'm just and we're like, yeah, you and your son were in town, and you're like, yeah, we go to this bar, and I was like,
yeah, we just all got together and hung out.
I was like, we could go to that bar, or just a few blocks this way is my house. And we came back here, we drank, and we sat in here, and we just started playing. By the way, I was concerned that your son was getting bored because he didn't play anything.
He really enjoyed being around it, and
yeah,
it's funny because there was there's 16 years of no music for me, and he was kind of enjoying the fact that I was back doing when my wife and I first met, I was in a band, so one day they came to our rehearsal.
And he kind of saw you in a social setting with band with music as well.
Yeah, so he actually really enjoyed it. He said, "Oh, we'll get together with your friends again when we come out next time."
Yeah,
he was supposed to come out with them this week, but it didn't work out for him. But yeah, it was. He had a really good time.
We all had a blast.
Yeah, we did.
So we had that. It was the first time that you brought Alondra around the rest of us. And we're just like, wow, she really exists. It's a real flesh and blood woman.
He's like, it's not just in his head.
Yeah. And then we're like, dude, don't blow it.
Yeah. By the way, she got brave as the night went on, and she read one of her poems, and we're just sitting there floored. Whenever she comes out to open mic now,
that's not just because she's my girlfriend. She nails that.
Oh yeah. Well, last time y'all were out, I don't know if you saw, she was sitting in a seat, and I dropped down to my knees in front of her, and I gave her the Puss in Boots face. And she says, "You want me to read something?" Mm-hmm.
So my son goes, "Are all the Latino girls like that?" And I said, "The good ones are." And he goes, "Man, I got to come out here and meet me a Latino because I can get used to that." Because she's just a strong, confident, straightforward, but easygoing and fun. And he's like, the girls in Missouri are not like that, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We do. Man. If he wants to do that, we do need to give him the full picture because there's also the other side of a Mexican woman. When you cross her, they won't sit there and talk about their feelings. They won't write you a letter. They will find what you love the most, and they will screw it up. And I used nicer words than I should have there, because that doesn't really, screw it up doesn't actually drive home the point. But it's that fire that makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah. There was this comedian, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I've had a couple of girlfriends, and you argue with these kind of girls and those kind of girls." He goes, "You don't say shit to a Hispanic woman. Okay, you go to say something and they don't argue, they don't fight, it's none of that.
No.
You just go, she stabbed you with her eyeliner."
Yeah. That's about right.
Oh my God. By
the way, this is coming from a group of guys that at least two of us, let's face it, that's our type.
Yeah.
I've got a friend that she asked me at one point, cute little blonde thing. She asked me if I had any interest in her, if that was going to be a problem. And I says, "You're beautiful. You're smart. You're funny. You're amazing." I says, "You're so not my type, and one of the reasons is because you're just a little too gringa for me."
It's funny because you guys say these jokes and stuff, and we leave it. And Alondra goes, "I have no idea what they're talking about. I don't ever want to fight with anyone." She goes, "I finally have somebody I don't have to fight with.
Give us some time.
We'll be talking about something though." And she goes, "Oh, that mother." And I'm like,
"Oh, yeah.
There it is."
Oh, please. I've heard her poetry. I know she's got it in her.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Everybody has that side that will come out. Like my daughter, her father was black, so she's biracial. But you look at her, she's black. But when you listen to her, she's not. But she gets pissed off. Little Soul Sister comes out, and it is ghetto, right out the ghetto. And it's like, whoa, I had my meltdown where he got to hear a side of me he never heard.
Oh yeah.
BJ, are you having a stroke? You okay?
My PA system died, and I lost it. And I called him and I said, "Help me calm down." And I just went off.
Oh yeah, and I told you, I says, "Do you want me to bring mine out? You can borrow it." And you sit there and says, "I'm gonna tell him that I can't play. I'm gonna cancel."
Right there, I was gonna quit.
Yeah, and he hangs up. And I'm sitting there thinking, what just happened? I mean, it was like a tornado, and then 30 seconds later, I get this phone call, and he says, could I ask you a favor? I was like, it's first of all, it's not a favor if I've already offered.
Yeah, but still, I felt bad because I didn't even realize you'd just gotten home from doing a gig. So
it was like, perfect timing. Yeah, and the thing is, I got to try that system out in a different setup because I did sound for an event that was going on for the female veterans of New Mexico out at the Baton Memorial. My system is the bomb.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I got up to a little over half volume and it covered that entire area.
That's cool.
I'm like, oh, this thing is a monster.
That's
so
cool.
We're going to be heard on Friday.
That's cool.
No problem.
All right.
So yeah, BJ suggested we have this one in. So it's My Medicine, Pretty Reckless.
Fun. It's a cool tune. It's going to be totally different from the other stuff. So good.
EGA, you know this.
Yeah. I will play it by ear.
Go ahead.
And what I'll do is we've done this before. When we play it together, I just take the bridge out and you just solo for as long as you want.
Sounds good.
Because the bridge is weird. And if I'm doing it solo, I can make the bridge sound okay. But if you're playing, we're letting you go.
Go, dude.
We're taking the damn leash off.
He's like, I don't know if good's how we'll describe it, but it's something.
Yeah. Go for it.
Somebody makes my medicine. Somebody makes my medicine. You heard where you sleep, sleep where you lie. Now you're in deep, now you're gonna cry. Got a woman to the left, boy to the right. Start to sweat, so hold me tight. Somebody makes my medicine. Don't know what I'm on. Somebody makes my medicine. Baby, it's all gone. Somebody makes my medicine. Somebody's in my head again. Somebody makes my medicine again. I drink what you leave, smoke what you sign. Straight across the room with a look in your eye. Got a man to the left, girl to the right. Start to sweat, so hold me tight. Somebody makes my medicine. Don't know what I'm on. Somebody makes my medicine. Baby, it's all gone. Somebody makes my medicine. Somebody's in my head again. Somebody makes my medicine again. Where you sleep where you lie. Now you're in deep, now you're gonna cry. Got a woman to the left, boy to the right. Start to sweat, so hold me tight. Somebody makes my medicine. Don't know what I'm on. Somebody Somebody mix my medicine. Baby, it's all gone. Somebody mix my medicine. Somebody's in my head again. Somebody mix my medicine again, 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 again. Somebody mix my medicine. Somebody mix my medicine. Somebody mix my medicine.
You see why we have to do that song? You see why we have to do that one? Whoa, that was almost disastrous.
So, you know,
That's such a fun one.
may or may not be Irish.
It's not not Irish, but it's fun.
I don't know about Irish, but the lead singer for the band, Taylor Momsen, is from Whoville. So there's that.
That's like a suburb of Ireland, bro.
Yeah. No, if you don't know what we're talking about, gorgeous blonde lead singer of the Pretty Reckless, Taylor Momsen, amazing singer, amazing songwriter, anal songwriter.
Yeah.
She's got very specific rules. She will not release a song until it's perfect. She won't even show it to her band word-wise until it's perfect. And she has a very strong rule: when they are touring, they do not write anything. She might jot some stuff down, but there's no serious writing sessions for any of them. They only write when they're not on the road. You give 100% to whatever you're doing. So when they're touring, 100% on the tour, on what they're performing. And when they're not on the road, that's when they start writing. And it's why it takes them like a couple of years to release an album. Yeah. So,
because I mean, it's weird because there's a lot of bands that they don't intend to write while they're touring. It's just that they'll be jamming for a little while, before just kind of warming up, jamming, and all of a sudden something will come together, and they're like, "What the heck was that?" And they'll record it. The songs get written,
and it's different
by accident.
It's different feels for different groups of people, and it's one of the things that we've kind of had this learning curve with, because all three of us. We approach music very differently.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting. Basically, it's like, okay, we got to give this guy room to do it his way. We got to give this guy room to do it this way, and make everything kind of fit.
I mean, I already scared one of the band members off. So
no, that's not all. That's not at all what happened.
No, you didn't do that by yourself, dude. That's for sure.
Yeah, we were originally going to be 4 people.
Yeah.
Damian Luna was going to be a part of this. It wasn't a good fit for him, and he knew it. And let's be honest. The most important thing to me with all of this is that we stay friends.
Yeah.
So if you're not having the sort of fun that I want everybody to have, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Music.
By the way, we talked about it, and if it ever comes up, and just so in case he sees this, just so you know, Damian, we talked about this that night. You're always a member of this band.
Oh yeah.
So even though you're not here, if you ever decide you want to be a part of it, you're more than welcome in whatever way.
First, what he said, I just don't think this is. I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
Because we ended up working very differently, and it's just not comfortable for some. Sometimes it's not comfortable, and I get it.
We all approach stuff differently.
Oh yeah,
so, and like you said,
and there's got to be a certain amount of control chaos when you do that, because, well, right off the bat, BJ and I have similarities.
Yeah,
we're both rhythm players.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we play different types of music, we play basically the same approach. We also read music the same way, which is not really music, but and then there's Truman, who you don't read music at all.
It throws me off.
When you're looking at you basically listen and figure it out. It's creepy to be listening to the radio with him, because he'll sit there and say, "Oh, that's in C." That's in, and he can sit there and within just a little bit of the song, he's sitting there, he can call out the chords and such. And it's like, how the hell are you doing that?
And I can't but yet he can't look at the page and read it, which is, I think, funny.
Yeah, you give me a page
and I'm almost thinking, which would I rather be able to do, read the page or be able to hear it and read? Because there's so many times I want to play something and you know, I'll play it from, I have to go to guitar tabs and find it. And sometimes I go, like when I wanted to do Back from Cali, it took me forever because the only chord progression I found, the guy had it wrong. Because when I tried to play it and sing it, it's like wrong. And it took me forever to be able to do it the way I do it. I don't do it the way it's heard. But it was just like, oh, this is not gonna be easy. And I just wish I could listen to go, oh no, because I did have a guy go when I was playing something with a couple of guys, and he goes, no, that's the wrong chord. And I'm like, because I always felt it was weird because I went off the sheet, and the guy goes, no, play an A minor there. And I went and changed everything, just changed the complete. I was like, wow, I was actually able to sing it after that. So
that's funny how that all works out like that, man.
Oh yeah.
So everybody does it differently, but yet we're still.
And I'm proud of us for figuring out how to do this together.
And it's not hard, man. Just work together.
It's hard.
It's different. That's
let's be honest. There have been a couple of times that I've had to grit my teeth because. And understand when I'm saying this.
To me, I want to hear this.
I am saying this from a point of view that, as far as I'm concerned, Truman, you are 100 times better musician than I will ever be. And I see it that way. Your approach to stuff, has left my teeth on edge a little bit because you're like you start doing stuff and it's like this is not the way we practiced it. I can't. We got to do it the same way every time, and I've got to sit there and say, "Chill the hell out! You can't do that. You can do that when you're doing it solo.
Yeah.
You can do it when you're doing it with somebody that has the same mindset." And I've had to chill out because, I get the whole this isn't working sort of thing, because it's not like you piss me off or anything, but you make me uncomfortable occasionally, which is not a bad thing to be in music. I think everybody should be uncomfortable constantly, at least a little bit.
That's how you grow.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And which is the different thing is like, I love the fact that I remember we were messing around. I think it was at open mic. I was playing Down Under.
Yeah.
He came up, started playing. I was like, that was awesome. And then later on, we come back and I tell him, do what you did. And he goes, what did I do? What did I do? I'm like, he didn't even remember playing it.
Right.
So it's like,
you're like, do the thing. You know this song. And I go, what's it in again?
How's it go? I was like, oh, dude, you just did it. Do that again. And then he does something. And he'll do something completely different. And when I first started playing that song, I did it different every time. There's some songs that I do exactly the same way.
Oh yeah.
There's some songs that I end up changing up. There's sometimes I'll go, oh, this is faster. Oh, I kind of like it. You have to be. You were in the lesson phase.
Yeah.
So, you had to be be that way for a little while. Then you started to evolve and now you're like,
quite frankly, I got some constructive criticism. There's always constructive criticism from Damian.
Yeah.
Early on, because when I started doing my original stuff, he says you play it exactly the same every time. Says you're incredibly consistent. Yeah. And I, my thought process is, well, thank you. And then he says, it's not entirely a compliment. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm used to, my music experience was marching band and choral.
Yeah.
Guess what?
You had to do it that way.
Which you got to find out when you played with Sony Bluefish doing, you did the music for the American Idiot.
It was fun. It was fun and it was an experience.
Yeah. And it's cool when you're doing that, but there's something also cool about just saying, I want to do this time, so I'm going to do it this way.
I felt like I was a tool that you can use for the job, but it's not the tool for the job.
Yeah.
Everyone there it's woodworking. They're nice, beautiful chisels.
Yeah, everybody's just got to do.
I'm a screwdriver. It's good for a lot of shit.
And the more people you have, it depends because, I was in one band where the guitar player, he liked to change things up and he liked to, and we all like, dude, we'll follow you.
Yeah.
I was in previous band to that is like, this is the way we do it.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, but if I change it, no. Okay, this is the way we do it. And it was cool, but he wanted to make sure the bass player was the leader, basically. And he wanted to make sure it was solid.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we
yeah.
rarely ventured outside of things. But
Yeah, you got to know what
it's
the
the
way
people
you're doing
around
it.
you too. And so like we're sitting there like, dude, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. And just so you know, you come out to hear the LowBoune, you're going to hear us.
Yeah.
We're going to be a little sloppy.
It
I think
will
we're
be.
always going to be a little sloppy because we're not going to
Yeah.
sit there and say, okay, so we're going to do this key change at this point in time. We're going to do this time signature.
I don't know, man. Like we're not. To me, sloppy is where everyone's doing their own thing.
Yeah.
I think
The
stuff
fact that we're all
Yeah.
we're all doing the same shit.
Yeah.
Just it's
I think sloppy is the wrong word.
It's gonna be a little rough. I don't know, not rough.
Not
it's
even
just gonna be a
rough.
little.
It's gonna be different for
Different.
all of us.
I'm just
That's
gonna
all
say
it's
different,
gonna
yeah.
be.
If you listen to Irish groups at Busk, and actually, there's an online Irish music program that they do a YouTube channel, and for St. Patrick's Day they did a live feed from multiple pubs in Ireland, most of them in Dublin itself, and these different groups, and you're listening to them, they sound great, and then you realize they're not completely on together, but they sound awesome. And part of why they sound awesome is they're not completely on with each other.
Right.
So that's kind of the feel you're going to get from us a lot, I think. Of course, there's other music going on in the area as well.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't know. You guys have far better timing than me. So
hey,
you guys following me, following you, man, we'll get it figured out.
yeah, we got this. And we're going to play some more of what's going to be coming up with the LowBoune here in a minute. But first, what's going on in the area with other bands?
Yes.
Telshore Public House. This is Bosky Brewing Company over on Telshore. Triple Jack is coming back and performing.
Wow.
Really?
I'm hearing a lot
Yeah.
about them. I don't know too much, but
I still haven't seen them, but
They're cool. They're big with the rockabilly crowd out here. TRC Brewing Company here in Las Cruces today at 7. Cruces Chess Club.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go to that all the time.
How that still strikes me as weird that we have this group. They show up at bars and breweries and they're playing chess, and it's like it doesn't seem to fit, but they fit in just fine.
Dude, it's perfect.
It's weird.
The whole thing is, it's not about being good at chess or whatever. It's just a place where people who like to play chess show up, and they encourage you to go do the same. And it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I want to go back and take Alondra to a couple of them because I enjoyed it. I had so much fun. Sometimes I would take another game or someone else would have a different game and we'd end up sitting there. It would go from that to whatever game somebody had, card game or something.
Yeah. CWIon and the Long Hairs are going to be playing this Friday at 7 at Grounded on the downtown mall.
Oh, wow.
Nice. That's a good
so
one.
they're going to be taking away some people from us.
Yeah.
Including them.
You're kidding? I can't tell my wife that they're going to go because she'll go.
Well, the thing is, at least 2, if not 3 members of that band, if they weren't playing, they'd be supporting us.
They'd be there for us. We know that.
They're great guys.
And Red, if you're watching, as soon as I get it running, I have the motorcycle it was running and now it's not.
Did that part come in?
No. Yeah, that part came in. Now I need to know something else. Now the fuel lines are a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
It's always something.
So everybody's playing Friday, looks like.
Oh,
Rockabilly
wow.
Strangers are going to be at the game.
Cool.
Starting at 7 on Friday. Mark Coker is going to be out at Rio Grande Winery on Friday starting at 6. Chris Baker is going to be at Amaro Winery starting at 7.
That's his home away from home.
Yeah. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 12th annual Las Cruces Arts Fair is going to be going on out there.
Yeah, a lot of great local artists go out there. If you like the local art scene, man, that's the time. It's at the convention
center. Yeah.
That's how it's gotten. It started out small, but now it's gotten big. And I know a couple people that are going to be there, and she's amazing. One of them.
So there are tickets are for you have to pay to get in. Tickets are $10 each.
Mm-hmm.
And they're good for both Saturday and Sunday. So $10 for 2 days.
That's not bad at all.
Children under 12 are free.
Mm-hmm.
So if you happen to, I'm gonna wear my beanie and my short pants and tell them that I'm 10.
I'll talk to you for a minute and agree.
Maybe. Hey, this is new. Bosky Brewing today, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And apparently they're doing this regularly. Board game night.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay. You know I'm going to have to do it. Join us at University Public House every Wednesday for board game night from 6 to 10 p.m. A plethora of board games, Legos, and coloring sheets to choose from. All supplies provided. We have a plethora.
Do you know what a plethora is?
Why, Wapo? Well, if somebody's going to tell me I have a plethora, I'd like to know that they know what a plethora is.
You do, you clean it up.
See, I guess it's going to be a Three Amigos day.
I know.
They're going to have 50% off select appetizers that night, by the way.
Nice.
So, yeah, they're going to do that
That's
apparently every
cool.
Wednesday. That's
That
kind
is
of cool.
You know what I found
There's
out?
something going on for just about everything here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like even apparently Soul Cannabis, they
Mhm.
have a dispensary lounge.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can go and just chill in the lounge.
Consumption lounge.
Yeah,
they call it.
consumption lounge.
Yeah.
But they have like board game, or they have game night Fridays
wow.
from like 6 to 9.
That's a
too.
smart idea.
And they have karaoke, they have like
Oh.
book clubs, all kinds of stuff. It's pretty wild, man.
I could just see a bunch of people smoking weed and singing. Oh, yeah. Weed and fine motor skills and board games. Yeah,
Right.
that ought to be.
It's the jumbo size ones, bro.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're winning. You're winning. I'm playing?
Dude, you've been skipped 3 times now. I didn't know I was in the game, man.
Dude, it's your turn. Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Told you not to like
It was
that thing.
I was at work and somebody said, "Yeah, I work right next to a dispensary." I looked at her and went, "Who doesn't?"
Pretty much, yeah.
Here in
Everybody works
Cruces,
next
that's
door.
for sure.
By the way, I
Sorry.
actually ended up in a dispensary a couple of weeks
That's
ago,
right.
and talking to the people in there. I was delivering Starbucks coffee to them, and it was early morning. Nobody else was in there yet, and I mentioned, I was kind of looking around. And they Tom said, "Yeah, I've never actually been in one before." And well, have you ever partaken? He says, "No, actually, I don't even understand this stuff." And I says, "Come on back here." And the guy behind the counter sat there and gave me this crash course. And by the way, nicest people in the world.
Yeah.
By crash course, what strain was it?
Oh, crash course was telling me. By the way, about halfway through, one of the customers came in, and I was going to get out of his way, and he says, "No," he says, "Let me tell you what I like," and he started teaching me stuff. I was like, "Holy crap! This is the marijuana community is very similar to the music community." And by the way, there's a lot of crossover between the two. But
you go into but the thing is, I experienced the same thing at a cigar shop. You go into a good cigar shop, you can stand there and talk for hours.
You like cigars.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. I can go in and talk for hours. But
Truman and I went to get into a cigar lounge by accident. We were looking for the bar.
yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Which one was it? Where's that?
It was
Locust?
El Paso.
Oh, in El Paso. Okay.
The one over kind of by.
It's over by the Alamo Draft House.
Yeah.
Right down the road from that.
We've got a cigar lounge here on Locust over down by by Locust, not too far off the university. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's a really nice cigar lounge.
Yeah, this one we walked into, and this guy says, "Hey," says, "How you doing?" Says, "You gonna stay for poker?" What? They have a poker night once a week.
Wow.
And I was just like, it was a gorgeous place.
That was cool.
All leather and dark woods.
Well, you have to have the leather
nice.
and wood, be otherwise the smell just
Sticks.
you get all cigars together. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
Rio Grande Winery this Saturday. Stepping Up is going to be performing out there. I've never heard them before, but apparently they're popular.
Stepping up.
Zia Comics is doing Wargaming this Sunday, 1 p.m.
What? They have Wargaming?
I think that it's, are they going to say?
See, Wargame, RPG. They go together.
March on down to Zia
Well,
Comics
not
for
those.
our monthly miniatures melee. Bring your minis, maps, and any terrain you might need, and our staff will set you up with the perfect space so you can throw down. Entry is only $5 or equivalent minimum purchase to foray into the frenzy. So if you don't have miniatures, you can buy them as your as your entry.
Depending on which Wargame we're going with, that could be
I don't know.
pricey.
Yeah, we have these
Like Warhammer. My little brother's all in the Warhammer 40K.
Oh, then he's going to be really happy. The guy that played Superman,
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. He played Superman. He's not going to be playing
They're
Superman
doing
anymore.
a Warhammer 40K movie, aren't they?
Yes, and he is a hardcore Warhammer nerd. So he's all excited about being in this movie. Oh, he plays it. He's got the miniatures. Apparently, he's got a huge collection of miniatures. I don't know the game myself, but yeah, he is so into it. And when he talks about it, he gets other people interested. He was on Graham Norton here a while back, and he was talking about it. Well, he was on there with Tom Holland, the kid that plays Spider-Man right now. And Tom Holland, by the time he finished, Tom Holland just blurts out, says, "Could I play sometime?" He's like, "Come on, I'll teach you." So yeah, they're gonna be doing that.
That sounds cool, man.
Tomorrow, that's Thursday at 6 p.m. They're gonna Little Toad Creek is gonna be doing their Wet Your Beak Run Ride. Yeah, this is something they just started. So yeah, they're gonna do a loop through. You can either run, you can bring your bike, do a loop through the Alameda Historical District, then head back for some brew and some food. So basically, you burn a bunch of calories and you bring it all back with their beers.
There you go.
And by the way, some food that'll make you fat. They got some good stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll be running karaoke that night too.
Cool.
So there's that. Film Las Cruces this Friday at 6:30. They're going to be doing their screenwriting workshop again. 221 West Griggs Avenue. Kind of neat. Not my sort of thing. I'm not allowed to write screenplays. Rio Grande Theater is going to be doing Atomic Comedy tomorrow. It's going to be Stephen Michael Quesada is going to be performing.
Was that one of the guys that was out at the open mic?
No. This is one of the guys from Breaking Bad.
Really?
Yeah. Chuck Parker and John Payton is going to be hosting. So yeah, admission is $25 per person. Doors open at 6:30. Performance begins at 7:30. They're going to have concessions out there, including they got beer, wine, and spirits out there now. Our alcohol laws have changed, so a lot of places have gotten a license to sell alcohol.
Well, I think that they got all the hey, look, you're giving marijuana licenses to everybody. Why are we being so strict on the alcohol license?
Yeah. Marijuana license are probably bringing enough money to print out more alcohol licenses.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And this Saturday, if you want to go out to Veterans Memorial Park, beautiful place, by the way. The VFW 10124 and VVA Chapter 431 are going to be doing their 11th annual Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans event.
Wow.
And if you've never been out to Veterans Memorial,
you have
it's gorgeous. It's so cool. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial, it's kind of done up like the wall a little bit. And they got a helicopter.
Yeah, just mounted.
It's mounted
above.
over top.
It's unbelievable.
And the thing is, if you go out, you can't see it so much in the day. If you go out there at night, you can really see it. Yeah. It's powered. The lights are powered on.
Oh.
And the thing is, it's only like
gorgeous.
two little. I think it's like 2 or 3 lights. They're small.
Yeah.
But it's just.
It's
awesome.
awesome.
So when you see it, it's just man.
They work so hard to get this little Huey up there.
Yeah.
And it's not a model.
No.
It's not a mock-up. It is an actual helicopter they got a hold of. Yeah. And they've got that. The female veterans of New Mexico put together a memorial for women veterans. It's got a whole bunch of bronze statues, life-size bronze statues of it's gorgeous.
It is beautiful.
And of course, the main wall that has all the names of everybody who served from New Mexico on that wall.
And that wall, local people that served in almost every war that they could go back to. I think they went back to the Spanish-American War.
Oh yeah, and they keep adding more as we have more soldiers that because this is a big military area, so we've got a lot of people who served and a lot of people who are serving. So yeah, it's gorgeous. That's kind of a cool thing to go out to.
That is very cool.
Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Bridal bliss. We don't need to talk about that because who wants to get married? Truman. Sorry, did I say that? Los Latinos is going to be playing out the game 2 this Saturday at 7. Oh. I haven't even heard their name in a long while.
Just for the record, I think I'd make a beautiful bride, bro.
I know. You got the legs for it.
Thank you.
You just gotta shave your chest for that plunging neckline on the dress, man.
Pop that top button, bro.
A lady come into the shop, wanted to color her hair for her trip this weekend, and she asked me, she goes, if I don't use all of this, the developer, she goes, if I don't use all of this, can I keep it? I said, yeah, it'll outlast most marriages. And she just looked at me and goes, we're going on this weekend is to celebrate our anniversary. I went, like I said,
it doesn't make the joke any less funny.
You said most.
Like, oh, sorry. Yeah, my wife hates that joke.
So one thing I got to point out.
That's what makes it. That's why it's the perfect joke to tell.
So this is actually an El Paso gig, the Rock House Dive Bar, which
that place is awesome.
It's an awesome place. So this Saturday, from 7 p.m. till 12:30 in the morning, they're going to have Cradle of Filth and Devil Driver performing.
What?
I didn't even know Cradle of Filth were still together.
Yeah. I haven't heard that name since high school, man. Yeah. Jesus.
It's a very rough band. And if you've ever seen the IT Crowd, there's a character in there. He was an up and comer until he was introduced to Cradle of Filth, and then he became a hardcore goth and sent down to the basement to work where nobody could see him anymore. At one point, the boss has one of his family members died, and he's there, and the widow, he comes up to her and he hands her this package. Says this helped me get through a rough time. It's Cradle of Filth. Says it sounds absolutely horrible but beautiful. It's like, oh God, Jesus. Oh God, Tell Shore 12. By the way, real quick, movie we love series. Today at 7:10, they're going to be playing The Breakfast Club.
Oh,
we were making jokes this weekend about The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So who's playing?
Who's that?
Friday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Blue Moon Bar and Grill, West Texas, live at the Moon. Huh? That's the name of the band, West Texas. All your favorite country music hits, all under one roof, and just for you. No cover, but space is limited. Space is limited, but not by much. It's a big place.
That's a huge place.
I was going to say,
limited to what? 1,000?
I don't know, man. If they're trying to fit all of West Texas in there, it's gonna get a little snug.
Yeah.
I will say this. Since we're talking about fantasies, because that's what this band is for me, is a fantasy. Yeah.
Dear Mr.
They don't tend to put individual artists in there, but they do book bands.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah, I got the lady's contact for that, and she won't hire me because they don't do solo groups. But she told me if I get a band, let her know. So if you need that contact, you let me know.
Yeah. I'll never forget we're on the way.
They don't do solo groups. How many people are in a solo group?
Yeah, dude, at least one.
We were my wife and I were on our way up there to see CW and the Long Hairs, and she goes, "Hey, maybe you can see about playing here." And we get there, we're looking around, we listen to a couple songs. She looks over to me, and goes, "You're not playing here."
No. Now they have had the occasional solo artist, but it's not normal.
No,
it's almost all bands. Yeah. And the thing is, I don't blame them because
I get it.
Well, the thing is, you really want to utilize that dance floor they built out there.
Absolutely,
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It wraps around the stage is a big stage, and it wraps around the stage.
You're in it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It is really cool, and you feel like a solo would just not work.
Yeah, Blue Moon was okay, and then the pandemic hit.
Yeah,
and while everybody was shut down, a lot of people were shut down doing nothing. They brought in people. They started working, and they changed everything. It was
really cool,
gorgeous inside and out. It's gorgeous. Their bar is beautiful. The bar is all old whiskey barrel wood that's been repurposed to make the bar, and they put rock facing up on all the pillars in there. It's wow. It's an awesome place now. It was okay before. It was kind of a dive bar sort of thing, and it's still. They've got a little bit of dive bar feel, but it's just so pretty that it's hard to keep that up.
Yeah.
But so let's see. Don't forget, there is also Thursday night at
Thursday
at
night.
Picacho Peak is open mic.
6 to 9.
Yeah.
I know the guy who runs it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a real pain in the ass. come on out. It's a lot of fun. You never know who's going to be there. We've had busy nights. We've had slow nights. We had a slow night this last week, and it was fun. It wasn't slow that there was a little bit of repeating, and then people started showing up, and it was just a blast. It's so much fun, and you never know who's going to be there and perform. You guys have been out there quite often.
Yeah.
I want to be out there more. It's just been hectic, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then there's of course Friday night. We're gonna be playing out there at Picacho
Yes,
Peak.
Friday night we will be there.
6 to 9. We're gonna try and rock it up.
We're gonna have fun. It is gonna. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. No matter what else, it's gonna be fun. We've already decided that. We're gonna focus on being good, and we have worked really hard.
Yeah, we have.
But we've also made sure that we're gonna have fun with it too.
Mm-hmm.
I know what we need to play.
Hmm.
And it is
Oh, okay.
Southern Cross.
Oh yeah.
And BJ and I have actually played this quite a bit, but we're gonna kind of fill you in here.
Gotcha.
Oh shit! That's okay. We're out of our first seven whatever that opening, like 7 minutes or whatever it is. So, yeah, you could do Cajon, because, yeah.
All right. Got out of town on a boat for the Southern Islands, sailing a reach before following the sea. She was making for the train on the outside, and the downhill run to Pepite Bay. Off the swing on this heading by the Marquises. We got 80 feet of water line, finally making way. In a noisy bar in Avalon, tried to call you. But on a midnight watch, I realized why twice you ran away. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, the launch of voices calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world looking for that woman, girl, who knows what love can do, and you know it will, and you know it will. So we take Southern Cross for the first time. You understand now why you came this way. Cause the truth might be coming from here so small, but it's as big as the promise of a coming day. So I'm sailing for tomorrow, my dreams are a-dying, and this boys ain't too tied to you, tied with a silver chain. I have my ship and all the flags are a-flying. She's all that I have left, music is her name. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, the launch of voices calling. What heaven brought you and me that cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world looking for that woman, girl, who knows what love can endure, and you know it will, and you know it will. So we cheated and we lied and we tested, and never failed to fail was the easiest thing to do. You will survive, be invested. Somebody fine will come along, make me forget about loving you. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, the larger voice is calling. What heaven brought you and me that cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world looking for that woman, girl, who knows what love can do, and you know it will, and you know it will. That's cool. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was talking about. That was perfect.
Yeah, this is the one
Nice,
that
nice.
it took us a little while.
Yeah.
I was struggling because BJ's like, sing with me. I was like, oh, not yet. I was having trouble.
Yeah, you
I was
gotta
trying to
jump
figure
in.
your voice out.
I got you.
Yeah, just jump in and sing
Yeah.
whenever you feel like singing on that one, because man, it works better when the chorus has more
I
voices.
don't know what you're saying. That whole song. That's what I mean, but like the words are the hardest to me unless I sit there and read it. I have no idea what the heck we're saying. I was like, over here in the background.
Well, and Crosby, Stills and Nash, they're a different type of band. There's a lot of words to their stuff because they're like poets.
Yeah, there's a lot of words.
I've been screwing around with Dylan. Holy crap, you got to be careful with Dylan. I found a song. I love this song. I would love to play this song. It's 15 minutes long.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds like Dylan. That sounds
Yeah.
like some stuff Dylan would do.
That-
Yeah, and by the way, because of the content, I couldn't play it many places because it would make people uncomfortable. It's called Hurricane. Great song, but whoa, it is so racially charged. It's a true story.
Wow.
And he doesn't pull many punches in that. Difference between I guess between just somebody who's I'm just a songwriter and somebody who's a poet. He gets real serious with this stuff.
That's wild.
So
I would hold it past him though.
yeah, we had a little bit of time. We got time for one more.
Yeah.
I want to go back and do one more Irish one.
Let's do
Okay.
an Irish one.
Oh, which one?
I don't know.
Do you want to try Johnny Jump?
Black Velvet Band.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do that one because we wrecked that one a little bit more.
Okay, we can do that.
Oh, great, you have it like.
Hold on.
I know, like make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Oh, I can actually read that. Okay.
Let me make sure I've got everything on the screen.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Always have it in bold text. Old timer, come on, making me look bad.
God, it's early.
Damn right, it's early.
Yeah.
Play through the chorus again.
Where we at?
Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land.
There we go.
And her hair long over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band.
Want to switch on verses?
Go ahead.
Neat little town they call Belfast, apprentice to trade I was bound. Many an hour sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town, till a sad misfortune came over me, which caused me to stray from the land, far away from my friends and relations, with the black velvet band. Her eyes, they second.
I took a stroll down Broadway. Ginger ain't long gonna stay. When he should I met a pretty fair maid, come hustling along North Highway. She was both fair and handsome. Her neck was a just latest one, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band.
I took a stroll with this pretty fair man and a gentleman passing us by. I knew that she meant the doing of him by the look in her roguish black eye. Go what she took from his pocket and placed it right into my hand. And the very next thing that I knew was I landed in Vanderbilt mind.
Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Before the judge and jury, next morning I had to appear. And the judge said to me, young man, you case for the power is clear. Well, I give you 7 years servitude to be spent from away from the land, far away from your friends and religion, betrayed by the black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band.
So come on, you jolly young fellow, a warning take from me. When you're out on the town, me boys, beware of them pretty collie. For they'll tease you with strong drink, boy, until you're unable to stand. And the very next thing that you know is you've landed in Vanderbilt land.
Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Tied up with a black velvet band. Tied up with a black velvet band. Very cool. That was fun.
Woo.
This is going to be great. This is going to be great.
If nothing else, we know we're gonna have fun.
Oh,
We had
man.
fun here this morning.
Yeah.
This is
That's
a
the whole
blast.
point of it, man.
Yeah. This is the most fun you can have without pharmaceuticals.
Your pants still on at least.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself.
I'll never forget what I heard. I heard somebody do that. I forgot what they were doing. And then they said, better than sex. And I looked at him and went, I'm pretty sure you're doing it wrong.
That's the case.
Oh my God. Well,
Well, that went by.
yeah, we kind of ran out of time there.
That's great.
But
Thanks for tuning in.
yeah.
You had some.
And then of course, we know that a bunch of you tune in after the fact. So
Yeah. Thank
yeah,
you so
we're-
much.
we're looking forward to we hope that we'll see you on Friday night.
Yes.
Of course, Thursday night at the open mic, come out and perform yourself, and then
Yeah.
come hang with us on Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. We know the food is great. We know the drink is great over there at Picacho Peak.
It's fantastic.
Um,
so, yeah, it's
By
gonna
the
be
way,
great.
I went up for brunch and they were trying new things. And
Oh.
David hands me this drink. Says, "You want this?" He says, "I just made it." What is it? Strawberry margarita.
Oh, okay.
I don't like margaritas because I don't like the taste of tequila.
Mm.
I was like, sure, why not? oh my God, I couldn't taste the tequila at all.
Yeah.
It was
Done
so
right.
good.
Done right. You don't realize it.
So
So
yeah, they're always playing with new drinks. They're always trying new stuff, and man, it's good.
Very cool.
They do such a good job over there. They're using a Dry Point Distillery's liquors.
Oh yeah,
So it's really good quality liquor,
that's cool.
and yeah, the drinks are amazing.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
lovely
they've got
lady
sodas
got a
as well.
margarita there, and I was like,
Oh
I've tried
yeah,
margaritas here and there, but that's the best
Yeah,
margarita
that's
I've
awesome.
ever tried. It was
yeah.
mind-blowing.
She's had margaritas. I know she's had the seltzer waters.
She don't care for those too much, but I do.
I was surprised. They're actually better than most places.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really my thing as a rule, but I had one that was really good. And of course, they've got their beers, including their newest one, which is a chocolate porter.
You were saying something about that.
It's so good. It's so wrong and so good all at the same time.
All right.
And yeah, so you get to hear a little bit of what we played here and
Yep.
a lot more because we
A
got
lot
a
more.
bunch that we didn't even touch.
Yeah. And then
So-
we're gonna do some other stuff to
At
just
a
throw
time,
some
not
stuff.
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, I was gonna make a joke. We're gonna leave that joke off.
Leave
the
it
air.
off. Leave it off. Leave it.
Anyway.
Okay. I don't know what it was, but leave it.
Yeah, you don't want to know. But no, you guys, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you on Friday.
Yeah. Have a great week, everybody.
Hopefully this is the start of something regular.
This should be. I
Hey,
hope so.
There's a brand new sheriff in town, or at least a brand new band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we did not shoot the sheriff yet.
Deputy.
Have a great night.
Take care, guys.
That deputy's
That's
having
fun.